Hello and welcome to the Modern Romantic Podcast, where we celebrate and inspire romanticism through passionate people doing incredible things. Hi, I'm a cat dad now. Hi, I'm Trey. And I'm joined by my co-host who's always been a cat mom, Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hello. Meow.
Meow.
I'm so excited for you. You have no idea.
I'm so thrilled. The story goes, a friend of mine posted on Facebook that I used to sing in an opera chorus with, that her dad was moving into a new facility. He had been taking care of these two cats. The one of the two cats got adopted. The other one, who was about 15, did not. So she was trying to see who would be able to at least foster or maybe adopt, and came a little down to the wire, but I decided to take the cat in and see if this will be my first cat. So I'm officially cat dad. Yay!
Do we get to know this cat's name?
Yes, her name is Midnight. She is a spry 15, and if she looks this good at 15, she will live to be 25.
Wow.
She
That's awesome. Do we all wish for that or what?
Well, she's lived outside most of her life, so she is like still spry, no arthritis, no nothing. But right now she's very terrified because she's in a new environment and currently cowering behind a toilet in my bathroom.
Oh, poor baby. Well, she will get used to things soon enough, and you will give her a great home with lots of love, and she won't need to be afraid.
All right. I'm also looking forward. She's apparently a lap cat, so I can't wait.
Ooh.
But that's my week. How's your week been, Emily?
Pretty good. I've been working on my website a little bit and getting some art potentially ready to sell. So yeah, I've had that new I've been putting out these floral pictures I've been taking lately with the macro lens, and I feel like the response from just me posting them on social media is such that I could probably actually put them out there in a printed version. So that's the plan.
Yes, I can't wait.
Me.
Will you let us know whenever they get posted?
Of course. Yeah, because I'll be promoting them like crazy. Shameless self-promotion, right?
We do believe it. But yeah, I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited for you. This is great. This is a great week.
It is. And you know what? I'm excited for both of us because of our fantastic guest today. So would you do us the honor and introduce our guest?
I would love to. Today we have Greene-Magliano with us, and she is a celebrity makeup artist who has worked on people whose names you would recognize, and weddings and things like that. She's done a lot and very multi-talented and really, really gifted. So welcome to the show, Jenny.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
nice to be here.
So glad to have you. We have been waiting for today, and it's been I can't wait to dig in and talk about your work and your all of it.
All of it.
Yeah. What's the thing that got you into makeup at the beginning? Like, were you like, as a little girl, were you experimenting in things?
Yeah. So I think it started with my friends and my family. And then I was an insurance agent. I had no intention of being a makeup artist. It just, I used to love it. I just loved it and played with it. My Nana was like, we used to call her the fairy godmother. And she would just, she was always making us up, and we had our little table, and we would dress up and dance around. And, so that's where it came from. Everybody in my family are artists, or the musicians are artists. So I think that it just, anyway, long story short, I ended up meeting my husband at the time, and he was a hairdresser, and he saw me do makeup. I think somebody didn't show up or something, and he saw me do makeup, and he said, "Just do it." And I was like, "No, no, no, I'm not doing it." And he said, "Come on." I said, "I shake too much." And I always had this problem with shaking. My mother had it. My son has it. It's just runs in the family. So I just didn't think that I could do it on somebody else. And that day I did it. And this girl was so happy that the feeling I got inside from that, I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I need to be doing, you know?
That's so cool.
Yeah. And my son was already born. So I think, actually, maybe not. Yeah, no, he was born. I think he was about a year old. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go for it. And then I met a photographer, started doing photo shoots, and that was the end of it. My career went crazy.
Awesome.
Fast.
And look at where you are now.
Yeah. Yeah. I got listen, I don't want to say I got lucky. I know I'm good. I can always pat myself on the back for my job, and my son, those two things. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. You're always everywhere. You never know where you're going to be, and you never know who you're going to meet, and it's fun. But it's a rough job. It's especially nowadays. But I met some cool people. Got to do some makeup on some really cool people, so it was worth every minute of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
What a cool experience.
Yeah.
I'm curious because you said that it was that person that that just lit up after you did her makeup. Was there a point in your career that you went, I've made it? Or was it that moment that's you, like with that one girl that you said, oh, I've made it?
Oh, I've made it and I'm doing it. It was more like, oh, I'm doing it and I will get to where I want to be. That was in my head, and that's what I did. I signed myself up for beauty school. I went and got, because I knew if I was going to be doing shoots freelancing, because I didn't want to get into the union, because I had, my son was little. So I wanted to be able to, take the jobs when I wanted to take them. And I got really lucky meeting this photographer. He was a model for Ford, and he decided he was going to be a photographer one day. And he came into the school and he introduced me to everyone. And
cool.
My career just went crazy. There was no internet. We didn't have this, I wish we had this, but we did not. So it was, you get your pictures, you got to run after the photographer, you got to have a portfolio, just a lot of legwork back then.
Yeah.
But he introduced me to a lot of wonderful people, and that was it. My career it was just overnight crazy. So,
yeah. I feel like you said like they didn't have internet then, and I recall back in, well, it was definitely the 90s.
Yes.
Having, I was a part of a casting agency in downtown Chicago. We'll say that. And so I had I had my own card. And so I had to put headshots and shots on, physically glue them to a card and send it in to them so they could look. They had these binders full of people in different categories, and they would actually like flip through them to look at people.
Yeah.
And I remember physically gluing my pictures to a card and sending it in. And I think back now, I haven't even thought about that in so many years until you said that.
They call them com cards.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. It was a com card. Yeah.
They're com cards,
and I forgot that existed until you said it just now. So amazing.
Well, I mean, I think when did the computers start? Like probably 94. Like Facebook, big thing was Facebook at the time.
Okay, well, like AOL was like a 95.
Yes,
96.
AOL.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's about when I started, because I remember, I was always on the emails is how we would communicate. Email and phone. That's it.
Juno.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
But we did it, didn't we? We got
yeah.
we got her done, you know.
We got
It's,
through.
I don't know if this makes things easier or harder sometimes, you know. So
Some things are faster, but it's not doesn't feel like less work.
no, it's here's the problem. I know for me, I'm so busy that the times that I'm home and I'm not busy, last thing I want to be doing is getting on the computer and having to put stuff on my websites all the time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't want to do that. And you'll see, like my social media is not is not up to date, but that I keep my website pretty much as
We do what
up
we
to date
can.
as possible. That's right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like I feel like these kids need to know that it's not that important. You will, if people see how good you are, they're going to call you. They're going to get in touch with you. But you also have to put the work in. So,
Is that the advice you would give a young
absolutely.
person wanting to get into this?
Absolutely. They focus too much on this, I feel like, and it's
On the
not,
social media.
yeah, it's not what it seems to be when you're behind that camera and if I'm on a shoot and I'm doing makeup, it's not yeah, everybody thinks it's so glamorous. It is far from glamorous. I mean, I truck in the woods for months at a time sometimes. Back in the day when I was doing movies, I was on a movie for 4 months. And it was all up in the woods and and our stuff, we have a lot of stuff. Carton it, it's not, but and then you have your other things. I have my hand in every part of the business. I've done corporate, I do everything.
Okay.
So, but and that's where you really should that's you could either pick a part of the business you want to be in or pick a whole bunch of different ones you want to be in. I want them all.
Right.
I want a
Because
piece
you're
of all of them.
multi-talented,
That's
so
right.
you have that ability. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with having your hand in multiple parts of the business, how does that change the type of look or the type of things that you'll do for the models of that business or that part of the industry?
Well, it depends on the lighting. You always want to make sure it depends on what we're shooting. If it's for a photo, like a fashion show, that kind of thing, you can do anything you want. It just depends on if they either want something natural. Basically, when you're on camera like this, you don't want to be super shiny. That's what they want. They want like me right now. they want to mat you down. So everything you do is different. Just I don't know. But it's not. There's a lot of things that are very much the same, and it's basically you have to listen to whoever that director is and what their vision is. So,
Sure.
did that answer your question?
Yeah. I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to makeup,
Yeah.
so I've only done a little bit for like cosplay or that sort of thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's all been terrible. So what skills I do have are very basic.
Well, that's how you learn.
What
Yeah.
about theater, Trey? Haven't you had, or opera? Do they do anything for that for you?
Depending on what level you're performing, or like if you are the contracted star of the show, someone will do your makeup.
Okay.
Being in the chorus for the majority of my career, I did my own makeup, and it was foundation, a little bit of blush, boom, on stage, and
Yeah,
that's it.
because and you don't have and you have to wear a lot when you're on the stage because they don't see it, especially if you're doing a theater, like for theater. But you're talking about an opera.
Yeah, still theater, like
Yeah,
either like musical
same
theater or
difference.
opera.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yes, there is a major difference in that type of work. It's a yeah. So when you're up there, people want to see who you're portraying when you're playing. When you're
Yeah.
sitting in the back, if you don't have a lot on, they're not going to know. They're not going to see it. So yes, different ball game.
Yeah, I've heard that
Theater's
before.
always been a different ball game.
That it's like the contrast of your features is lost in those lights.
That's right. So that's why they put so much on because they don't want that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of kind of touching on that. Like there will be these people that walk in with naturally blonde features, that like platinum blonde feature, and they will tell them to put like brown into their eyebrows
Yeah.
so that it can darken them so they can tell the expression. Otherwise, they just kind of look like Casper.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
I never
Yeah.
thought of that.
Yeah, I a lot of times I'll bring it's like a hair fiber, if somebody's because sometimes when you put that light down, you don't realize, if people mostly with fine hair, this happens too. You're not balding, you just have fine hair, but you can sometimes you can see their scalp, so
Sure.
you got to pour a little stuff on their scalp and then it's gone, So it's kind of it's movie magic, what it is.
But it seems like there's a trick for that, and it sounds like you've also learned those tricks. And
Oh, I sure have. Sometimes, like I do a lot of corporate stuff now. And even with that, it's, they put them on this big stage and they're lighting them from above. Can you imagine that? Somebody bald and they're lighting them from above? It doesn't make
Not a
any
lot of thought and put into
no.
that.
And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, is it me? Or can I see what's happening? But yeah, it's like
So
everything is
when you say corporate, does that mean like stage events where they're speaking or a conference or like a
yeah.
headshot type thing or okay.
Lives. We do a lot of corporate live stuff. We're
Okay,
doing
sure.
basically it's this. Yeah, it's people don't want to go to the events anymore, so they do it right online.
That makes sense.
So yeah, a lot of that, a lot of print work for the big companies, especially when they're reintroducing somebody or opening a new business, like that kind of stuff. I do a lot of the politicals. Do a lot of we just did a couple in the city because it wasn't the mayor. This was the president of the boroughs. So we did
Okay.
each borough. So that's why I said I have my hands in every little piece. Just did Ted Cruz's makeup for Fox.
Wow.
Um, and this is a funny thing. So they said he's going to be at West Point. And I said, oh, great, even better. It's close. I go. I'm looking for like usually they have a big Winnebago or something set up. Not anymore. It's like a little van that this guy made into a studio when you walk in. I was like,
Huh.
yeah, yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then he puts a beautiful background of New York City
And
and
it's
there
in a van.
it is in a van. Yes.
I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could make that work. It's
It,
small, but
you absolutely he made it work. It's amazing. It's amazing. Nobody knows that he's not in New York, you know.
huh.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I was looking for them for like a half hour.
Right. What a
Did
right.
somebody want to tell me to look for a little black van in West Point?
This little creeper van over here is
Yeah,
is
right.
the
Exactly.
location.
That's exactly right. Ah, that's funny.
So funny.
Mm.
So, oh, go ahead, Trey.
Um, you yourself have said that you want your hand in a lot of different pieces, but I feel like that may have evolved over time. How did you determine that for yourself? Like,
Mhm.
what about putting your hands into these different cookie jars made you go, yes, 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 yes?
It's because I'm in Libra and I love to be in all different places at all different times. I
She's a-
just like the diversity of everything, everything is different. Every time you go on a set, you never know what you're to expect. And you meet new people. And when I got called I remember getting called for my first corporate and I was like, what am I doing? What is this? Like who wants makeup? And I figured it was be a photo shoot. No, it was actually Pepsi, and it was like a soap opera. We would do their I think it were training videos.
oh,
So we would do
Okay.
these training videos and it was 5 days long. Night shoots. It was craziness. Those were fun though. We had a lot of fun doing those. But they don't do them like that anymore. They don't we can't just go into a store and just say, "Hey, we're going to shoot down that aisle right now." No. Permits for everything. And it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, I don't really know. I think it's more so I just like the different types of. I get bored, so everything piques my. The only thing I don't do anymore is film, is feature. I can't. It's too much. It's a lot. But I still do short films. That I like to do a lot. I mean, a lot of big celebrities were doing them after COVID,
Oh,
'cause
sure.
during the strike, some
Yeah.
were doing them because,
That's
they're
what they could do, right?
right. So I think that's the only way I can answer that question. I just like it all, you know. I
And
don't
you're a
like. I will
Libra.
say that I'm over film though. I'm over not film. I because again I like to do shorts, so and that's film. It's just a lot. It just depends
Yeah.
on what it is too, Listen, I bet you if somebody called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, we have a little short film that we're doing for like a month," I'd go. I would go. If I
Like
wasn't
a
busy, I
short
would
one.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can tell me if you don't want to answer this, but so is your birthday October 20th?
It's October 15th.
Oh, very close.
Oh, you're a Libra. You're right on the
Yeah.
cusp though, aren't you?
Mine's on the yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a 4-day difference.
Oh no, yeah, it is. That's right. It's the 24th. Yeah.
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 I thought it
Oh,
was worth
see?
asking.
A lot of Libras is this. Well, now what are you, Trey?
Me? Oh,
Mhm.
I want to take a guess.
Oh, that's not fair.
Ooh, that is not fair because there's so many
No.
different men that could be in this. Pisces.
Nope.
Oh,
But I do
That's a
get,
good guess though.
yeah, I do get Pisces quite a bit.
Gemini.
Yes.
I knew it.
Wow.
As soon as you said that, I was like, Gemini. My mom's
Wow.
Gemini. One of my
Okay.
best, two of my best friends are Geminis. Yeah, most
We,
men that have been in my life are
That's
Pisces.
impressive.
My boyfriend is a Pisces.
Okay.
Yeah, and I seem to have during my lifetime ended up with a Pisces. Well, most of my best friends are Pisces.
Hmm.
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty interesting.
I don't have too many Libra friends. I will admit that. Like
Oh,
Emily is one of them, but I don't have too many of them, and I
oh,
would
you
love
need
to
to
know some
find
more.
some.
Yeah, you need to get on it because
Yeah,
we are fabulous.
yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Can attest.
Fabulous. I think another thing, getting into the industry too, because I really was always so curious about it, but I didn't like the camera. So my mother had me in modeling when I was young, and I was just
Okay.
I did not want anything to do with it. And I said, I don't want to be on television. I don't want to do any of it, but I want to be there. How can I
Right.
do this?
Be
And
part of
then
it. Yeah.
yeah, and when he walked into that school, it was like the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, speaking of cats, we have one right behind me. Coming to visit. Hello.
Hello, baby.
This is Loki.
Aw,
Loki.
hi
Great name.
Loki.
She she's this cat. I had her. I adopted her, and she's crazy. When I walk out the door, you can hear her screaming
Oh,
because she's so attached. Yeah, she's got separation anxiety.
yeah. That's kind of wonderful and sad at the same time.
Yeah, it makes me sad when I hear it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this poor cat. I'm coming back, I
She
promise.
loves you.
Yeah, she does. She's cute.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So,
So
oh, go ahead.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just thinking about some of the more avant-garde makeup you may have done, like on the creative side. Can
Well,
you tell us about some of that?
um, like more. You're talking more fashion stuff, that kind of stuff, or just in general.
Just in general, like,
I just did a cutthroat scene for Disability Film Festival. Did you see that the Disability Film Challenge?
no,
No.
Oh, it's so cool. You guys have to look this up. I'll send you the link,
I'm writing
or
this
you
down.
can look
Okay.
it up right
Yeah.
now. They do this every year, and a couple of people, we have our core people that I've worked with over the years that we
Mhm.
still work together and refer each other. So they called me one day and said, it's a free gig if you want to do it. I said, of course I want to do it. So,
Yeah.
how do I not do something like that? So we had so much fun. You found it. Look at you.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
So oh, hold on. Let me
It's
just look something.
disabilityfilmchallenge.com.
Yes. So, yeah. I want to. make sure that she has it up there. Just want to make
That's
sure I have the
pretty
right
amazing.
name. That was fun. It's you just have. I can't even explain it. You have to really just go and look. They give like this. I think it's a week or two long, but it shows you what you need to do. And I just think it's amazing that this girl just did it all. This girl, Rachel, that I worked with, she just did everything, from directing to acting through the whole thing.
Nice.
And it was great. She ended up, they flew her out to California, and I think she won something. I know that she was nominated for a whole bunch. So
Cool.
that was good for her.
So when you say cutthroat, is that like FX, kind of like bloody makeup?
Yeah,
Is that what we're talking
yes,
about?
FX.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I meant to say that. I did in this film challenge, I did it. So
Neat.
I'm trying to find. I just need to make sure that I'm going to say the film the right. Actually, it's on my Instagram.
Okay.
It is. Wait, where did it go?
And for anybody listening.
Don't take this the wrong way. That's the name of the film.
Oh. I was like waiting for what
You
the
were like,
follow-up of that was.
yeah. That was cute. That was funny.
Yeah. So your Instagram, you have makeup artist Greene-Magliano as your professional.
Yes,
Instagram.
that's correct. Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So you can find it there too.
Yeah, you
That's
can find it
pretty
there
awesome.
too. I have it on there under. I think I put a reel up. I was very proud of myself.
Okay.
I did it that day. I was like, okay, I'm doing this. If people share things, then I'm going to share it. That's easier for me to do. You know, if they're promoting something that we did, then I just grab it from them and share it in my story.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing that a lot too.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't know too many makeup artists who will venture into special effects. So, what was the first time that you got that you had the opportunity to do that?
That was when I first started, and I think it was as seen on TV, something like that. What the heck was it for? Oh, no. First one I did was a commercial. I think it was Simply Saline. No, that's the nose spray. There's another one. I don't know. There's been so many. I had to I had to make a cut on his face. I've done a million things, like little small things like that. Anytime you see a bruise, like we're putting that bruise on them. They don't have a bruise, you know?
Right.
So I was younger when I first started out. I met this producer, and I don't know how I met him, but I think he was given my name actually. And he asked me to come do a shoot, and I'll never forget. I had never done anything like that. Everything I had done up to that point was just photo shoots. And he said, we have a lawyer. It's a commercial for a law firm on Jones Beach. And I was like, on Jones Beach? And I was like, okay. I actually brought my friend with me because I was so freaked out. And I brought her for the first two, actually. So I just said, I'm going to bring my friend. She's going to help me with hair. And they were like, he doesn't have any hair. And I was like, okay. Well, I brought her anyway.
Yep.
Because back then especially, you didn't know,
No.
But even now, you have to be careful because there's a lot of scammers out there. It's
Better
scary.
safe than sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so I basically started, I didn't even know what I was doing. I said, okay, well, I'm just going to bring my MAC makeup and I'm going to make them look matte like I do with photo shoots. So, that was it. I just met that whole crew of people, and we worked together for years. And I ended up starting doing the children's educational videos.
Oh.
Those were my core things when I first started back in the 90s. And one of the people I did was Lady Gaga. She was on a sexual harassment video.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, like as Lady Gaga or as herself?
Nope, she was a teenage star, and she used to tell us that she was going to be, that's who she was, and that's who she was going to be. and she
Wow.
is. Yeah.
How?
Yep. And I can send you. I don't know if I have it. It's on my YouTube. I don't know if can you see
We
my
linked
YouTube?
your
I don't usually put things up on my YouTube, but there's a couple things I do have up there.
okay.
But I think that's under Jenny Magliano. Let me just look.
We had linked your makeupbyjenny.com
Oh, that's
website,
not.
so it might be that your YouTube is linked to that.
No, it's not. Actually, I
No?
don't
Okay,
think.
well,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think it. Oh,
find it.
wait a minute. Oh no, look at me.
Would it be
YouTube.
Makeup by Jen on
No,
YouTube?
I think it's under
Oh,
Jenny
no, that's not
Magliano.
you.
No, it's under Jenny Greene-Magliano.
Okay.
Oh no, it is under Makeup by Jenny. It says at Jenny Magliano is what it says.
Okay. I'll
I
share the
there's things I don't know if I ever, I never really got into YouTube, so I know that there are the videos that I've done. You'll see it under Makeup by Jenny. Those are the only ones that people can see any on that channel. So that's
Okay.
what So it's in there somewhere.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that
I can find
cool?
it.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe I found it. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't even believe I forgot. I didn't really even know it until probably about 10 years ago. One of my producers called, he goes, you did her makeup, right? And I was like, I did. He's like, what? I had
Oh,
no
how
idea.
funny.
I had no clue. Yeah. Isn't
How
that funny?
funny.
Yeah, but then when he said it, I was like, oh my goodness, I remember that conversation we had with her. She said it. She was gung ho about it. So
That's some drive right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
Oh,
pretty
hey,
she
awesome.
had it for sure.
and Lady
Yeah.
Gaga, if you're listening to this right now, which we know you are, thank you so much for being a listener.
Yes.
Please
Thank you
contact
so
Jenny so that you can reconnect about that.
So
Wouldn't that be great? That
that
was
would
like
be great.
in the lifetime story of Lady
I know a
Gaga.
friend of mine just did it. One of the makeup artists that I used to work with, I think she just did her makeup actually for her makeup line or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we're special up here, here in New York. We get to come across some really cool people. Listen, I did Greg Allman's makeup. You know
I,
who that is?
I do
Actually,
not.
Come
no.
on, the Allman Brothers?
Oh, almond. I thought you
Yeah. I'm like,
I
wait a minute,
misheard
what
it.
is happening?
No, like I thought you said almond.
No, Allman.
Almond. Yes, okay, I know who you're
And
talking
Warren Haynes.
about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right before right before he passed away. And he passed away right after I did not too like probably about 5 years after I did that. And
Oh,
I was so happy to do it. But where these things, it was in a hotel room. I was like, where are we right now? What's happening here? So a lot of these shoots you see are not where you think they are.
right.
It's kind of just like us here in wherever we are, that
When you
background doesn't
sorry.
always mean what it is,
Right.
where you are. So anyway, go
When
ahead.
you're traveling to do a shoot like or makeup for anybody, not necessarily for a shoot, but
Mhm,
for whatever is happening, and
mhm.
you bringing your own supplies, do you bring your own lighting at all just in case the lighting is terrible?
So I never used to, but lately, and my assistant is the one who said we got to start bringing lighting because we have been coming. Like I want to say that when they put this yellow lighting, everything's yellow to me. I don't know if I'm seeing things, but I know when they switched over from regular light bulbs to this, it's
Oh,
not the same. So like if we are in these hotel rooms, it is tough. So yes, you should absolutely bring your own lighting because you never know what you're walking into.
I was thinking about that because we used to do, well, Trey and I have done some photo shoots together, but also like just in general when we're out doing, because I'm a photographer too, and I've done photo shoots and had makeup artists and on
Mm-hmm.
set and stuff. And there was an event I was at it was an opera related event. I will say this,
Nice.
and there was no place for the makeup artist and hairstylist to do the model's makeup and hair. And
Yeah.
so they kind of like, here's a little closet on the side of the
Mm-hmm.
vestibule, and we're gonna just sort of make that work. And here, turn on the little bear bulb in the middle of the ceiling, kind of thing. And it's only 40 watts,
Yeah.
and and so
Yeah.
like
And I got
Um,
very used to being put in the corner with no
Mhm.
light. I just, you just make do. A lot of people are like, is the lighting okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry. And they're like, wait, but it's not light in here. And I'm like, well, it is for me,
It's
you
just
know,
one of those things I felt like people didn't think of.
right?
And
A
then
lot
they're
of
like
people don't think of it.
running to the bathroom to see if it looks good and
A
coming
lot of
back.
times I will ask. I ask a lot of questions before I go on a shoot because I learned over the years, it's like, maybe I should have asked that question,
Yeah.
or yeah, but I don't know.
Hindsight. Yeah.
Yeah, hindsight. Right, exactly. That's why I wish the younger generation would just listen. Yeah, and I was guilty. I was that girl. I was that girl. And my mother, my nana, they were trying to tell me things, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. You don't know.
We thought we knew better.
Yeah, we did. Yep. Hmm. I like that
I
smile. We're looking at you, Trey.
Oh, I know, because I'm still fighting that. Like, I found
Yeah.
myself on Friday, commenting on some teenagers in the middle of a parking lot outside of a movie theater, just completely acting a fool. And I said what I said about them, and I stopped and looked at the friend that I was going to the movie with and said, "Oh my God, I've become my mother." Uh,
Oh,
uh,
Get off my
goodness.
lawn.
Get off my lawn, you dang kids! Switching gears a little bit there. Um, y- One of the things that I'm so curious about is the way in which you have to describe your job. We all know, like, we have a rough idea of what a makeup artist is, but if you were to describe what you do without saying a makeup artist, how would you describe what you do?
Hmm.
Wow, that's a rough question.
Hmm.
I'm so
I,
sorry.
I I enhance people's beauty. I mean,
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's good.
I bring out their inner beauty is really what I try to do because I want people to be happy. So that's I don't know. I don't know how to explain that without saying the word. I think that's it.
That's fair. I mean, because
Yeah.
what have you ever had makeup done that you didn't like on yourself?
I don't ever get my makeup done.
Well, yeah, obviously,
You
because
know,
you're
so
right.
I just don't. I just don't have. I think I just don't have time. No, I've had my
Okay.
makeup done once or twice, and I wasn't a fan.
Right.
Everybody wanted to put different colors that I would pick for myself. You
Hmm.
know how that is. Come on, there's some people that are like, whoa, and I'm like, okay, what don't you like? You know,
Right.
that's a big question I always ask people is what don't you like? Tell me what you don't like. That's what I want to know because
Yeah.
think
Uh,
about that question.
it was for me. It was always like every time I had it done, I felt like whoever it was, and no shame on anybody,
Yeah,
because it's not, but not every time, and that's not fair. But like the times that I have had it done, it's we just made you look 20 years older, and I
yeah,
didn't want that.
yeah.
But also like I didn't know because I don't know that much about it. I didn't know how to articulate what it was that made me look 20 years older. Was it
It's
like
just too much foundation, probably. Too
maybe
when your face is too cakey, it's going to make you look older. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't know. I think the blending part of makeup is the biggest deal. Really do. Yeah.
how about
I'm
you,
not
Trey?
heavy-handed. Not heavy-handed at all. As a matter of fact, what I do on camera is mostly what I do with weddings,
Okay.
except for the part where if somebody wants to look glowy, that's the difference. It's really the biggest difference for me.
Glowy?
Glowy, they want that. That's the new thing. Is everybody wants to look dewy,
Oh, okay. So
the
like a
dewy,
little
not matte.
I got it. Yeah.
Although the other day I did a wedding of 12 people and they wanted all matte, and I was like, "What?" It's like keep up with the times, but I'm always on the video. Hello, miss. What do you think you're doing? Would you like, come here, come on. She's so funny. She's freaking out because there's a box of tissues. There you go. Feel better now? Okay, so where were we?
Glowy. I guess I didn't
Chloe,
think about glowy being like dewy, but
Dewey.
that makes sense. I remember I remember seeing some, I don't know if it was a video clip or an article where they were talking probably 15 years ago about J Lo, and they were talking about how she had this makeup artist she always used,
Mhm.
and she always looked kind of dewy, like fresh and dewy all the
Yes,
time.
correct, correct.
And then she like switched makeup artists and she wasn't that way anymore. And how people in like all of these media outlets had noticed. And I remember
That's it.
like never having paid that much attention before
Mhm,
until I heard that said.
mhm.
And I thought about how I had no clue what
They were
how
talking.
yeah, like I can see the difference, but like I don't know why. And I mean I was in a different world 15 years ago than I have
Yeah.
been since
Mhm.
then. So now I get it, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but did you do theater? Did you say you did?
I did more costuming in theater.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
then just the
I love the
photography.
costumes. I love that part. I wish I could. I don't know if I wanted to. I can't do that. I wouldn't want to do that now. But when earlier in my career, I was just intrigued by it. Just the mind of people putting things together like that. You know?
It can be a lot of fun
Yeah,
until like between shows and you have to just haul everything to the dry cleaner and back
I
all the time.
know. So, yeah, that's what I mean. People don't know what it
Mhm.
we put in to do these things. It's countless hours on the computer. It's countless hours of emails and phone calls and it's 7 days a week. You don't.
Many times, yeah, and it's hard with
Yeah,
the way the internet works today to have you have to kind of enforce the boundaries of time off, or it's like you have to kind of schedule that in, otherwise
I
it seems
can't do it. If I do it, I lose a gig, or I
sure.
lose it, or I have literally lost weddings gigs if I'm not on it right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
frustrating, but you good people in your life, and they understand. They understand the path I chose.
yeah.
So, but my son, that's another reason why I didn't want to be in the union, because I was always told, if you keep refusing days or you have to take off all the time, they're going to put you at the bottom of the list. So I said, well, I can't have that with my son because he's more
Sure.
important. He's more important. So
Did you eventually join the union then?
I did not,
Oh, you never did.
never
Nice.
did. Nope. No,
Nice.
I still freelance. Everything,
Cool.
a lot of my stuff is word of mouth at this point, referrals, which is great. But
Yeah.
it gets weird when you go places and the younger generation is like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? What's wrong? They're like, I just want to, they want to know. They see my website and they get excited, and I don't like attention. But I will, of course. I've, actually, I just hired the one girl that came up to me, and she's
Mhm.
great. She's doing
Nice.
great. Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
That's
I
nice
like to
to have.
bring the younger audience, whatever. They need to
Um,
learn, right?
so speaking of that, I don't know quite how to phrase this question, and I'll admit that up front. But
Mhm.
you've mentioned a couple times now about the up and coming generation. So what are some things with the younger crowd that is looking to get into makeup? What are some things that they can do? What tips and tricks do you have for them to kind of get started and be with the makeup industry?
The biggest thing is you're going to have to uh, go and do some things for free. Go work with experienced makeup artists and be an assist. Assisting is the biggest thing. Everybody wants to jump right in, and it's just not like that anymore. I wish it was. Yeah, but I have to. I brought a couple girls in because I feel bad because people really want to get in, and it's not easy. It's really not easy. And then when I had brought some people in. They don't want to wake up early. They don't want to, because I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes for these gigs. Not everybody will pay for a hotel. So you're getting up early multiple days in a row and then driving. You're working a 12, 14 hour a day sometime, and you're coming back. And then you got to do it all over again. You can maybe get 3 hour, 4 hours sleep. It's a lot. Weddings, wonderful if you want to be a wedding makeup artist. And I'm seeing most girls coming out of school, and that's what they're doing. And it makes me sad because they're missing out. on this whole other world. It's so beautiful. It really is, you know.
Why do you think they're missing out on that? Like coming out of school and missing some of those opportunities?
I don't think they want to wake up early.
Oh, like weddings are
I
easy
don't think
work.
they want
Okay.
to, you know, I don't think they want to commit to, I don't really know. You know, I know the girls that have worked for me, the younger girls that have worked for me that I've tried to bring on,
Mhm.
it's too last minute for them. Listen, this is hard. If you have another job, you better let that other job know that you can get a phone call tonight and have to go in the morning, or get, even sometimes they'll call you in the morning and you have to go that day. You
Yeah.
know, so it's not an easy business to be in. You have to save your money. That's
Mhm.
my biggest thing to tell you. Save your money, put it away, because you don't know when you're going to work again sometimes. You know, I mean, for the longest time, January, February, March, we were dead. That was it. But then all of a sudden, January, February, March, we were really busy. Then we were dead in between those months, you know, so you just never know. This year's weird for everybody. You know, we're trying to get everybody, you know, the Hudson Valley has been a big place to shoot for everybody. And seems this year that everybody's just backed up a little bit with money. So
Hmm. That and you have like world events like a pandemic that can shut things down for a while. So you,
uh,
if you're freelancing, that's
right.
another thing to
It was brutal.
be
Brutal.
prepared for. Although I don't know anyone that could have prepared for a pandemic. That's like a
No, right,
big,
No.
right, right, right.
but still, those things do occur. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You just don't know what's going to happen, you know?
And part of the
So,
reason why I asked, like, why they may not be jumping on those opportunities, for me, coming from a like classical vocal standpoint, we were taught how to sing, but we were
mhm.
never really taught the business of
Thank you for saying this.
Mm.
it's. So part of me thinks that there might be an education, but again, I don't want to speak for a part of an industry that I'm not a part of. But
It's an education.
I kind of wish that there was more of an education about that. Like even if
Yeah.
it's one or two classes about like what to expect, like what are the different pieces of that, and comment on that so people had maybe more of an awareness,
Yes.
maybe they wouldn't have miss out on some of those opportunities that could be very fruitful.
Yes, 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 agreed. I think I always say I wish that these new makeup schools and programs would be a part of their course, is a business part, because you know, just dressing for certain industry, you know, I never walked into a corporate gig not dressed up. Had a dress jacket. I never wore jeans ever to something like that. You know, everybody was always dressed to the hilt. Now everybody, you know, I go to weddings and I see some girls walk in and they look like they just came from the gym, and I'm like, I can't. I just don't think it's. I don't know. Do you want to see that in your wedding pictures? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Think about that. It's because you know people are taking pictures of us when we're doing makeup and hair.
behind the
You
scenes
know,
stuff. Yeah, of
yeah,
getting ready.
or
Hmm.
even behind the scenes stuff, you know, like when we're working on a shoot, that's a whole different story. We can come in our sweatpants, you know, it's just, but when you're doing certain jobs, you have to know what you're walking into. That's another thing that people need to study on that, you know, look it up on the computer. What are people wearing at corporate? What are people wearing at this kind of thing? You know, it's that easy now. It's
Hmm.
at the, you know, but just the business end of it is a big deal. And these girls come out and they're charging, you know, a certain amount. I'm like, what are they doing? You know, first you're underbidding yourself. You know, you're never going to be able to climb that ladder. You have to put yourself at the same level as everybody else when you first come out. That's come out on your level. You know, then you start building yourself up from there. But I don't know. There's just so much to it. Put your money away. That's the biggest thing. Make sure you always have that nest egg, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, I was called it my winter nest egg.
I think that's fair to say for pretty much any art too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything in the art industry, I will say that.
Hmm.
Yes, 'cause we all freelance basically, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Yeah, some people have an agent or, do that stuff. I just never wanted to do any of that. I love the people I work with, and I always seem to be with those same people somehow. It's great, great. And then end up with some of the old people that I started out with. I just did recently. I ended up working with some of them. So it's like old home week when we do stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, if any of our audience would like to follow you and support your journey by cheering you on,
Please.
they
Please.
can go to your website, makeupbyjenny.com. That's Jenny.
Yeah.
And then your Instagram is makeup artist Jenny Magliano on Instagram. And also on your website, there are links to your other
Yes,
social
there are.
media.
Is it TB or BT? I was messed up.
IMDb, yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
And we're on there too.
Are you on
So,
there? Oh,
yeah,
good.
we'll go
Oh,
find
good.
you.
Yeah, find
Yeah.
me. I think there's 2 of me on there somehow, but I have to figure that one out. And I think one says Jenny Magliano because I think that's what's happening is that when they tag me in a
Oh.
movie, they're putting my name. So I think they somehow I have to call them and see to figure this out.
Right. Merge the two somehow.
Merge the 2, yes. Yeah.
Jenny, I've got to say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I said I need a secretary. That's what I need.
Right.
I feel like, please, just let me win the lottery. I'll hire a secretary. Be done.
Yes.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Agreed.
Well,
Yeah.
Jenny, I do have to say, you have a good perspective, I think, of some tips for people that are coming up in the industry, and that you have a good handle on what you are doing and what you want to continue doing with your career, because it also sounds like you're not done, and you're not going to be done for a while.
I am not done. No. I say that all the time. I'm like, I thought one of my girlfriends who's a photographer, and we've been friends forever. And I talked her in, and this is a long time ago, talked her into being a photographer. And she always said, you're going to age out of this business. And I was like, no, I'm not. Nope, I'm not doing it. I love it too much. So.
And the one thing about your story that I particularly love, and you said it right at the beginning, that you have a little bit of a shake, a tremor.
Yeah.
And that might hold someone else back.
Yeah,
thinking
don't.
They can't. And I think it's awesome that you can anyway.
Steady. That's all you got to do is steady yourself. And nobody notices. That was my biggest thing. I was more worried about what they were going to say. And people did say things to me, and they still do. They were like, oh, you're so shaky. And I'm like, yeah, give it a little bit. It'll go away, and it does. But most people don't say anything,
And it doesn't keep you from doing the job, though. And I think that's
absolutely
awesome.
not.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there have been times where I had to put some eyelashes on people, and I'm like, okay, let me just get rid of those coffee jitters. Now, I do not shake as much as I used to, which is very. When as I got older, it's not as bad. So, yeah, it's usually just in the morning too. Sensitive nerve endings.
Oh, interesting.
So, but a lot of people do, and they hide it. Go to work, just do it. Don't think about the things that are going to hold you back, because then it's going to hold you back. You have to really just get your mind focused on what you love, what you want to do, and how you're going to do it. Get in touch with somebody. Rate people online. If you see these people working, write them.
Yep.
What's the harm?
You just have to have the mindset like Lady Gaga did.
That's right. Exactly.
Speaking of, I heard something today that the songs that you sing or that you hum to yourself manifest themselves in your life, and that's kind of that power of positive talking or power of negative talking.
That's right.
If you sing or say positive things, you will manifest those positive things, and if you say negative or sing negative things, you will manifest that. So
that's right.
Well, maybe then I am a Disney princess.
You are.
Yeah, see?
You literally feed a chipmunk outside of your house and have done so for the past 2 years. You are a Disney princess.
Love it.
I do. That's right.
I love it. That's awesome.
It is. Yeah, I'm very lucky.
That's great.
Well, Jenny, my last question for you before we wrap up here
Okay.
is a question that has nothing to do with anything that we've talked about thus far.
Oh, okay, great.
Uh,
That's right.
so you are sitting down to have lunch with anybody in the world, alive or dead. Who is sitting on the opposite side of that table from you?
I've wow, I got too many people that I want to sit across from.
You
Right?
can have multiple.
Yeah, that's a crazy question.
Yeah, pick a few.
Yeah, pick a few.
Pick a
Yeah,
group.
my nana, my papa, all of them. My gram, my dad, my mom. I don't know. So many, too many
Family.
lists. Yeah, family. It
That's
is
a great.
family,
That's a
but
great answer, though.
but some of my friends are my family too. So those
Oh
people I
yeah.
would love to. I can't answer that question. I just can't. It would. I wouldn't. There's too many people I would want across from me. Really,
That's still a good answer.
I've had a good journey with with my friends. I'm really unlucky. So my son would be number one. He's always number
That's so
one.
nice. Well, Jenny, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you for sharing your artistry with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
This,
Sorry, go ahead.
this is a new journey for me right here, so I'm excited. I'm going to start doing podcasts.
Yes, you should.
I'm
Yeah.
serious. I'm serious. I like it. It's not bad. It's not like it's not like you're getting concentrated on it fully.
That's true. Well, here's
Yeah.
a thought. I don't want to add more work to you, but if you want to help educate others, you might
I
start a
sure
podcast
will.
about the business of makeup artistry.
Yeah,
That would be a good one.
I know. I know. It's a thought. It's a thought process of me sitting here and doing that on the computer.
Well, if you ever need help setting that up, let us know. We'll help
I
you out.
will. I will. Thank you so much. And keep on keeping on, both of you. Seriously.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
do it.
Well, as we wrap this episode up, you can find more episodes on our website, themodrom.com. For more behind-the-scenes content, you can search for us on Patreon. Search for The Modrom there as well. Past episodes and more can be found across where you listen to your favorite podcasts. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.